Wonderlik met trots aan die gebring deur Wild&Jag, jou alles in een bron tot die Wild&Jag bedryf. Dis weer tyd vir Wild&Wonnerlik en Wild&Jag tydskrif se Februarie uitgawe is reeds beskikbaar by jou plaaslike handelaar. Kyk bietjie hier waarna jy kan uitsien. Rudman vertel ons ook waarom hy dink hy met die Wildboer van die jaar toekenning in 2016 weggestap het. In die nuwe Wild&Jag, brought to you by Safari Outdoor, Africa's premier outfitter of outdoor leisure and hunting equipment. Ons skietkunsreeks word geskryf deur een van ons land se top senior veldskietskuts, Turner Wilkinson. Die reeks artikels handel oor riglyne en wenke om nie net die deursnee skut se veldskietvermoë te verbeter nie, maar ook sy algemene jagvernuf op te knap. In skietkuns deel 8 van die skietkunsreeks, die tweede in die gedeelte oor ballistiek, konsentreer Turner op praktiese eksterne ballistiek. Indien jy enige van die skietkunsartikels gemis het, gaan loer gerus op ons webtuiste WILD&WONNERLIK. Kyk ook na die gepaardgaande video's. What can the game industry expect or not expect in 2017 and 18? Dr. Flippy Klute examined current and foreseeable situations to present some forecasts. Read the article Live Wildlife Trade Outlook 2017 to 2018 on page 100 to 103 of the February edition of Game & Hunt. Dis maklik om in te teken of 'n geskenk intekening te maak vir Wild&Jag tydskrif. Besoek gerus ons webtuiste vir meer inligting. Ontvang jou Wild&Jag tydskrif per pos of lees dit digitaal op jou selfoon of tablet. Teken jy in op Wild&Jag, wag daar moontlik vir jou 'n triggerstick van Primos ter waarde van R3000. Hou ook ons tydskrif dop vir nuwe pryse wat in 2017 gewen kan word. In gesprek met is aangebring deur Barlow World Toyota. In our previous episode with Arthur Rudman.
However, I did believe that we should enclose to protect our kudu. So we started off by having South African hunters, then having corporate hunters, and then inviting other outfitters. Our very first international hunter that came to hunt at Blowkrans was in 1978, which is very important because that is where your marketing really takes place. As was said earlier, there are bums in the bed, and that gives us a return when the main hunting season is over. To say why we were awarded this prestigious award, and we're really very proud of it as a family, is basically because of what we've done over the years. From our point is and acknowledged our effort that we've put into game farming, not only at Blowkrans but also outside. We're life members of many associations internationally as well, and we get involved in the industry. In fact, we are very pleased to see now that the Cape Mountain zebra has been accepted by CITES as Appendix 2. In fact, I took it to SCI 3-4 years ago when I served on the Professional Hunters Association executive to get the Fish and Wildlife United States to accept Cape Mountain zebra into the United States because it's not accepted there. And I said, if you do have it accepted there, the Cape Mountain zebra numbers will increase dramatically. And we've just seen now that CITES have taken it back to Appendix 2, resulting in that the prices have increased dramatically too over the last week or two, which is fantastic. That's what it's all about. If there is a good return, there's going to be more interest in it, in any form of animal, and if there's more interest in it, the value is going to be there, and then the numbers are going to increase because there's a good return on that particular species. So just taking that into consideration, those are the important parts, that you have open-minded people getting involved in the game industry in a wide spectrum. They always said that the game industry must clean up, especially from the hunting point of view. I disagree. I say that there should always be a 5% that is a problem child, because then your international client won't just run after prices, but he will go to the best outfitter and reliable and responsible outfitter that there is. Because we want to hunt, we don't want to be have shooters to arrive here. We want hunters to arrive. And we want to offer hunting and not shooting. There's a big difference in that. So game farming has increased so much so recently, over the last 15, 20 years, and it's going to stay there. You're going to have fluctuation in prices. That's definitely going to be the case. And there are going to be certain animals that are going to stay at certain higher levels. But as production increases, so will the demand will be there, but there'll be more on offer. So it's a supply and demand structure which is in any form of economics is always the case. So, but as long as the demand stays there, because there's no interference from government, we don't want that interference. We will, without any interference, as it is without any assistance and promotion of game farming by the state, game numbers have increased as from 1950, when there were 500,000 animals on privately owned land. Today there is plus minus 20 million animals. And that's absolutely fantastic. And that's purely because of the economic value of game. You know, everybody goes to private or national game reserves or game parks. Why? To go and see the animals. And if you ask and do a survey of those that go to these parks, you will find that 95% will say they would love to have some property and animals on that property. And our game, the landowners that have obviously their properties, see that there's an income that can be derived from these animals other than having the domesticated animals. So therefore they've introduced more game on their land. And you found that businessmen have also purchased properties because they've seen these animals go while they're being at national parks, etc. And then now they've bought property and they are breeding these animals. So it's all the important part of the enjoyment of being close to nature.
You can look forward to the following in our last episode with Arthur Rudman.
Then we come to what's going to happen with the industry as a whole. It will fluctuate, as I said earlier, that for newcomers in the industry, do your homework properly first. One of the most important aspects of game farming is marketing. Remember, the most important, the easiest part of game farming.
Bly op hoogte van alles wat hier by Wild&Jag gebeur deur ons sosiale platforms te volg. Wild en Wonderlik is ook die perfekte platform om jou produk, diens, wildsplaas of wildveiling tentoon te stel. Tot volgende keer, totsiens.